Annalisa. I'm just trying to get a little bit of light in here. I did it the last time. This one seemed to be, that helps. It's me. Oh, it's my sage spray. It's me, Annalisa, from My Spiritual Friend. I am here tonight on, what's tonight? Sunday, August 5th. I normally put the date on the title. I realized I didn't do that. I'm off on my days. I don't know why. I just feel a little off. Last Sunday, hang on. I see you guys have been like typing away for a while now. Hi, Julie. Hi, The Real Sunshine. I guess you are chatting. So I'm going to ask that you guys kind of keep the chatting between yourselves to a minimum because it's hard for me to find people's questions. The other thing is oh, there's a picture on the wall. If you can see it, one of my kids drew something. I was wondering what that was. All readings and divinations are for the purposes of entertainment only. I am not a lawyer, doctor, financial advisor, or therapist. If you need one of those, please seek those. Last week, I mentioned about how I felt like I was in, I did a prediction about a death near the White House. So not in distance wise, but somebody connected to the White House would pass away, and not necessarily the current administration. And in fact, it's from last week's live session at the very beginning. I felt like someone would pass away. I felt like I was in a presidential funeral motorcade type thing. And in fact, RFK's granddaughter passed away this week. And the first picture I happened to see posted of her was her as a small child putting a flower on the memorial for JFK. So I believe that that's probably the connection I had. So not Jimmy Carter, but hers and her unfortunate passing. And if it was from a drug overdose as suspected, I read somewhere, then may she rest in peace, because addiction has a lot of issues with it, and people are not usually healthy and not right when they're addicted. And hopefully peace for her family and peace for everybody in El Paso and Dayton. And there's some deaths here that were really unfortunate. We need some calm. Hi, Tanya. Hello, everybody. There's already a lot of you here. There is no list. We just go ahead and start your questions. I usually just kind of say a little something at the beginning. Oh, welcome from the UK, whoever's here from the UK. Well, Jim, can you give me a name rather than a sign? Just a first name is fine. Come back for reconciliation. When will he contact me? Real Sunshine, hey, can I know what month Jay going to come forward for me to be, forward to me for us to be in a relationship? What do you mean by come forward? Could you just clarify that? Nicole, can I know what will happen in my love life this week or month? Okay, so speak his mind. Okay, thank you. Sometimes we have, I realized apparently that we have differences in language. Like when someone said, I didn't realize, like making it official, I'm thinking marriage, because that to me is official. Okay. So, Real Sunshine. I feel like the third week in August, you're going to have a conversation about it. I'm not sure that it's going to go the way that you want. It just feels wishy-washy, The Real Sunshine. I don't know if this makes any sense. Malapale. Oh, okay, here we go. Will Ed come back to me? Reconciliation. So the first image I got of Ed is glasses. And I feel like a difficulty time breathing. So does he suffer from anxiety? I don't know if you can just validate that for me. Can I know what happened in my love life this week or this month? Nicole, I feel like you've really been fixated on it because I just feel like again, it's like the anxiety, but this is in a different space. This is in my stomach now. And it's like you're measuring your own self-worth based on whether or not somebody else validates, like, I want to go on a date with you, or I want to be with you. Can you just validate that for me? You're welcome, Real Sunshine. Yes, he has anxiety. So I feel like this is what holds him back. And this is, it's like Malapal, it's like Ed has a really hard, like he really wants to be in a relationship, but it's like it's overwhelming for him, like dealing with emotions and connecting them. So I'm not sure how well this is going to work out. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's like he has a lot of stuff he needs to deal with. Can I leave you with that? Okay. Nicole, can you just validate what I said? Yeah, kind of. Not personally. I'm working on it. Okay. So I don't think anybody ever does this on purpose. I think that sometimes when we're taught, subconsciously, not intentionally through our parents or whatever, that we need their validation and those kind of things. And then we sort of seek that in relationships too. So just the feeling I get is that that's what's really important for you, like this month and the time being, and the I would say even the next 2 to 3 months, is to really work on yourself and work on really validating yourself by yourself, really knowing that you don't need somebody else outside of you to know that you're worthy. Can you guys hear the rain in the background? Very loud. There's a window up there. Okay, so let me go back up here. Marie Santiago, what's going to happen with me and David this month? I heard status quo. So nothing. It's status quo. There's no, movement. Julie says, hi, I'm 55 today. Happy birthday. Will I buy a home? Thanks. Not today. I heard 3 weeks time. So I don't know that you'll necessarily buy it in 3 weeks, but it feels like something about 3 weeks making a shift. So it might be that you start the looking process, or you put the offer in 3 weeks. So let me know if that makes any sense. I heard you'll get a deal on it. Hi, Rochelle. Okay. Let's see. Alan says, please put me on reading. Okay, question. Do you see a new relationship with a suitable man for me soon? Your guides are a little smart, Alex. They said, well, that's up to you. You actually have a couple grandparent figures coming through. There's a grandmother figure, and she feels kind of like feisty, and she would have been wearing like a little house dress. It feels like yellow, so I don't know if yellow is significant with like flowers, and I don't know if there's something significant about her head and her ear. That's like, I'm feeling pressure here and here. And I feel like it would have been difficult breathing towards the end. Like I'm really struggling. And I don't know if it's like fluid in the lungs, like a type of pneumonia, or if it's congestive heart failure. I'm feeling extra fluid here. Does that make sense for you for a grandmother figure? Maybe dad's side. And there's a significance with the head on my left side. I don't know if she was a smoker too, because I hear this really, like, when you hear the voice when they do those commercials with somebody who smokes a lot and they use those machines, like rah, rah, that kind of, like, that's what I'm hearing. So I don't know if she also maybe had a tracheotomy at some point, tracheostomy at some point, or something like that. Who is this I'm talking to again? I'm sorry. Alan, can you validate any of this? My maternal grandmother died before I was born. I don't know much about her. If you can get that for validation, this might just be coming through because you need to know that what I'm saying. She says you tend to pick people because you're a helper, that you tend to pick people who need fixing, and it's not intentional. You're a helper by nature. And that would benefit you to learn to not be codependent. I don't know if you're a nurse, but I keep seeing feeling like, are you going to nursing school? Can you validate that, Ellen? Hi, Nicole from Australia. Hold on, I'm just gonna go back up and keep answering, waiting for Nicole to validate that. Julie, okay, I got Julie. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Ellen to validate that. Sorry. Hi, G. How do I see your deposition going from? It just feels very like, I feel like you'll be well prepared. It'll be fine. It just seems like what's to be expected. So I don't know how your attorney has prepared you for it, but it feels like to go as expected. No surprises. And I feel like you'll do okay. It won't feel like you're getting beat up or anything like that. Yeah, just as expected. So there's no surprises I don't feel any huge windfalls from it, i.e. like more money than you think you're going to get, but it'll go well. So I feel like it's expected to go well, so it'll go well. Rochelle, greetings, many blessings to you, Rochelle. Tell me who will be my next serious relationship, or what type of person they will be like. How's the house stuff going, Rochelle? I don't know if anybody else watches this show. I just started watching it on Hulu, and I feel silly for saying that I watch it because it's kind of goofy, but what's it called? It's the spinoff from the Fosters, and there's this Latino artist in there, and he looks like kind of like that, but not. So he's got like this like wild hair, and it's just maybe like a metaphorical thing that it'll be somebody who's more uses his right side of his brain, more creative, very passionate. I don't know if that makes any sense. And it's very handsome. And also I feel more spiritual, but not like a good grounded type of spiritual, not like crazy out there. Some people can be. Hi, EQ. Do I see you getting a new real estate client soon? Yes, and I hear 2. Like 2 in 3 weeks. So within the 3-week period, I hear 2. That's what I feel. Okay. Julie, could you just tell me your daughter's first name, please? Mr. Rusty's says a family member recently passed away and they had stuff stolen from their home, which I'm sorry about your loss. And I'm also sorry about that. I actually do feel like the truth will come out who it is. I feel like it's actually another family member that took stuff. And I do feel like the truth will come out. And like, I feel like it's like a 6-month time period. And I don't know if someone has, it feels like a younger family member. So not like I don't know if that makes any sense or if you can validate that in any way. I actually feel like you have a feeling of who it is. Jennifer says, okay, wait, hang on. I'm just going to run down here and see if I've got any. I'm still looking for a house. Please wish me luck. I am wishing you luck. I ended up not closing on that house that I told you about the inspection coming back with multiple issues. Good. I'm glad. Was there an issue with the HVAC or no? Okay. Kelly is Julie's name. Okay. Julie's daughter's name. I just want to see, make sure. Hi, Veronica. Jillian asks about you all the time. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me go back up. Okay, good job. Okay, Julie, thank you for the validation. Okay. Okay. Hi, Wiggle. Salome, I heard, if you asked about can me and Jay reconcile, I heard no. Hi, Jonathan. Jonathan, you're back. Okay. Sometimes I remember people. I will answer this one for you. I don't feel soon that he'll reincarnate. I actually feel like, I don't know. Okay, so they're showing me a connection with baseball. So I don't know if he has a connection to baseball, but I'm seeing like this old timey type of baseball picture. Like I don't know if he played in high school or if they would have done that. But I see someone playing baseball. But I feel like actually he wasn't overly spiritual. He was a traditional man, but not overly spiritual. And I feel like he's doing a lot of healing on the other side. And so he's kind of doing some growth work before he comes back. I don't know if you can validate any of that. Jonathan, yes, it's free. Were you here last week? Did I ask that? I thought you were. Okay, Jennifer asks, Mr. Rusties, can you validate anything about that family thing? Jennifer asks, probably too broad. What's the right profession for me? I have several areas I'm considering. Editing, public education. I actually feel like a combination. So this is going to sound strange, but of speech pathology and public education. So I don't know if it's that you start there and then move into it, but it would be that. So you'll start in something like speech pathology but then also do education. So I don't know if it's that you're educating like school systems on how to work with things or other, but there is an education component. So it's not going to be just working with patients. There is an education component there. So like either, or groups of other professionals, I'm not sure, but I feel a combination of those two. I'm not skipping over you, Wiggle, but I'm kind of skipping over you. I'll come back, I promise. And Julie, for your second question, just wait a second, okay? Stock Money, hi, could you tell me how long I will be living in my current location? I actually get a very short period, 3 to 6 months. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's very short. You travel nurse. Hi, Romeo's Juliet. Nice to meet you. Wiggle, I'm not forgetting about you, I promise. Okay, hold on. Ellen, even if you're not in a healing profession, I feel like you are a healing type person. So you're the helper person, always wanting to help people, help fix things. You take on friends that are sort of a little bit more needy. It just, for some reason I saw a nurse, but it's just nurses tend to be that way. So in their personal lives as well as their professional lives. Oh, and Ellen, our guides tend to be a little bit like our own personality. So I think it's kind of funny when they joke around and they're like, you know. Oh, Julie, I'll get to you about your daughter. I'm sorry. You're welcome, Mr. Rusties. I'm just looking for validations quick. Hi, Tammy. Okay, so let me go back up here. Wiggle, I think you're up first. Sorry, I just was looking for any validations here. Sorry, this kind of goes a little, whatever. See how far I can balance through here. Okay, when will me and Dee have contact with each other? I get 4 to 6 weeks time. So I don't know if there's some kind of a break or something but it feels like a little while before you are kind of on the same page again. And that doesn't necessarily mean but it just feels like kind of in the same vibrational match again. But it feels like short and then moving on. It's that feeling of like, I know you're really fixated on it. It's just that the way they're making you feel like, I know you're really fixated on it, but there really is somebody better out there for you who would make you more of a priority. And it's not that Dee's a bad person. It's just, I feel like I'm not a priority. Okay. Julie, I do feel like, so they're just making me feel like it's really, really important to get an editor. And like before you even submit your work, to have somebody you trusted who will edit it and who will like to really take advice on, like be really open to advice, and don't take the criticism personal, because it feels like I'm a little sensitive and it's hard to hear the constructive criticism and know that it's not that it's like them trying to make you better, but it feels like it's going to need to be edited a couple times before even getting submitted. And I feel like it's not a good idea to try and do it on your own. For whatever reason, they're telling me it's not a good idea to self-publish. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I just always want to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Marsha Thompson says, what changes might happen in my life? I see, like, the first thing I see is a cat. I don't know if you're thinking about getting a cat, but like that's like the biggest thing is this cat coming forward. Can you validate that? All right, Nicole, I think I've reached you. Wait, somebody asked about their daughter and whether or not she'll get married and have children. Hang on, let me go back. Kelly did. I mean, it was about Kelly and Julie Owens, right? I think that's it. Yes. I hear, yeah, she will, but not for a while. So I don't know if she's like on the younger end, but it just feels like taking her time to settle and like kind of build her own life first. She feels like it's actually like a really healthy way of doing it. Okay. All right, Nicole, now I'm at you. Lovely to see you too. Do you feel like the woman second in charge hates you? I actually don't feel like she hates you. I feel like you trigger her. So it's not that it's like really has anything to do with you. It's you trigger her own insecurities, and rather than dealing with those on her own, she projects all of that onto you. So just keep your head low, do your thing, be you. Don't, kowtow to all of it, but just don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. Okay. Veronica. All right, I hear you. I don't see divorce, but maybe like a temporary separation. I actually feel like they're saying to me, like, your dad can't live without your mom. I just feel like he feels like at a loss of what to do and how to, like, I don't know if it's be seen or have better communication. And there's nothing for you to do to help your mother. Just like, love your parents, but it's that feeling of like, don't get in the middle. Just love your parents, and know your mom, you love her and you're here for her. But there's nothing really you can do to make her feel better. Unfortunately, she sort of has to find that. It's like pulling her bootstraps up. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a thing that I'm done taking questions, and I'm just going to catch up on everybody. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. This is probably the most boring part, is waiting for me to figure this all out. Okay. Is this guy my daughter is dating the one, Patricia Simmons? No, he's not. He's a nice one, but not the one. And I'm seeing like a taller, like thinner. Is he a bit neurotic? I don't know if that makes any sense. And sort of like a half empty kind of guy, have the glasses half empty. Okay, Flower Witch, does the Cancer still have feelings for me? We had an argument. Yes, but We're moody people, us Cancerians. And we can get hurt real easily, and we have real big hearts. So yes, I feel like yes, but it was, give it time to cool off. And also, I heard stand your ground, but also own your own part in it. That maybe you could have communicated a little bit more gently. Hi, Tammy. Yes, I do feel like they'll go well and look good, but I do feel like, and this is, the whole knowing that, but I feel like double the time. So for whatever reason, it's just like add double to the time. Princess Laura, why did he contact you after almost a year of no contact? Is it Jimmy Co? Is that his name? I actually feel like it was like a drunken contact. It feels like that type of person that's like, like always looking back to the past and reminiscing about the past, like with someone currently, but like always going, oh, well, that person, like never really satisfied with what's on his own plate, always looking at what everybody else has, like, oh, so it's like that kind of thing, like what he has in front of me, he's never really satisfied with it. So he's like looking back to that other, well, I had like, it's like, well, I had, say, if it's like, I had pizza, right? When I used to have pizza and I have pizza now, but this pizza isn't quite as good as that other pizza. And it's that kind of thing. So it's like issues in the current relationship making him like sort of reminisce about you and maybe being a little drunk. Sort of the feeling. I don't know if you can validate that, Princess Laura. Hang on, Malapel. I'm going to try and answer someone else's and I'll come back to you. You said, what will my next relationship be like? I heard short-lived, like just a couple months and then bouncing back to something a little bit more long-term. But there's a lesson to be learned in that one, they're saying, and like a karmic tying up events. You're welcome, Wiggle. Happy birthday, Sherry Berry. Happy vibes. Will M and B give me more leadership opportunities at work? Yeah, but I feel like M is more, which one? M will, B will be more reluctant is what I hear. So M is more willing to like foster your growth, and B is more reluctant because I feel like B is a little bit more micromanaging. I don't know if you can validate that at all. Tina, did I answer one of your questions? I don't. Oh, God. Let me find you. You took your message away. Now I don't know what the question was. Don't take away your questions. Shame, shame, shame. Just kidding. No shame, but just don't take your questions, because sometimes I get in psychic mode and it's called psychic amnesia, and I forget what I told you or why I told you. That's actually okay that I did that. It means that I'm in that space, a vibrational space of connecting with guides, but then I need that to kind of refresh me and pull me back into the space of yours. So please don't ever delete your questions, especially if I'm asking for validation. And just because people are in like psychologists and psychiatrists and doctors or whatever does not necessarily mean they follow their own advice. Oh, Tina Carson's. Oh, I'm playing on your emotions. I'm a psychologist? Huh? All right. Tina's a troll. Okay. Hide user. Done. No problem. Thank you for writing troll stuff. See, I don't even listen to all of y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Oh, you were thinking about getting a cat. Okay, so I think that's the thing coming in for you. Okay, Marcia, thank you for the validation. Who's 31? What are you talking about? Yeah, it always makes me like interested to see that people are so pathetic that they come in here because they're so like miserable in their own lives and have to be nasty. Yes, SMJ, I will take yours. Thank you, Sock Monkey. Okay. Okay, so Sandy S., can you come back next week? And same with Bart and Tom, just because I'm at 36 minutes now. And last week I went over like so much. It'll look good, Tammy. I do feel like it'll look good. You're welcome, Sherry Berry. He knows I'm the best he's ever had, and we'll come back to him. I moved on from him. Good for you. Okay, good. I'm glad. Thank you, Happy Vibes, for the validation. Oh, that's how old your daughter is. Okay. It still feels like I'll be a little bit older, right? So like, and sometimes when someone feels young, it may just mean like emotionally they're not quite ready for like, so it might be like 36. You're welcome, Carolina. I'm not going to forget your question, but I tried to answer like everybody's at least once and then make it through. Thank you, Sandy S., for understanding. You're welcome, Julie Owens. Okay. Okay, SMJ, let me find your question. Happy Vibes, you can ask a question because you asked way up there and then I didn't see your question. So, okay, hang on. Do me a favor. Who was that? Sock Monkey? Did you ask a question? Can you retype it? And then also, Malapel, will you just retype your question so it's a little easier for me to find? And also, and then I think Carolina calling. Would you mind coming back next week? I do this every week. SMJ, will you repeat your question for me real quick? When will Ed contact me? I actually don't feel like he will. I feel like he's a bit scattered. Will Victor and I reconcile over his feelings? Does Victor have depression? Because I just feel that real sense of like sadness. Oh, wait, answered it for you, Sock Monkey. Okay, see, like I don't really, I'm sorry. Does Victor suffer from depression? Hearts Melodies, can you come back next week? I'm just finishing up the questions from the 30 minutes and then I gotta get out of here. Oh, I answered your question. It definitely resonated. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hearts Melodies. I appreciate your kindness. Oh, if you like me, please, let's see. Can you just tell me about Victor, SMJ? Does he suffer from depression? Oh, you think he does? Yeah, I just feel like he's not like on the page of being able to fully like commit to anything. I feel like he might even be just dealing with his depression right now. So don't take it personally. It's really not about you. It's just not being able to see through the fog. And I sort of think he maybe self-medicates a little bit. And not to say that he has an addiction problem, but just I feel like it's not that there's nothing wrong with smoking weed. I just feel like that's what he does instead of maybe like therapy and things like that to deal with it and medication through thing. So I'm going to bounce out of here. I'll be back next week. If you like me, please subscribe and hit the bell, and then you'll get notifications when I come on live. I try and do them and let you guys know. I feel like it wouldn't hurt to reach out to him, but I feel like it also wouldn't really help either. I don't think it'll change much. So if you like me, subscribe, please, and hit the bell and tell your friends about me. I'm going to try and do some videos. I'll probably do more stuff once my kids are back in school, so I have some time and sanity. But I'll try and do predictions, and I also would like to do some videos about maybe do a live session about developing your own intuition and connecting with your own intuition, because I think everybody's a little bit psychic too. And we've just been taught to ignore our own intuition. You are very welcome, Jennifer. Everybody, thank you for being kind. I always like when you let me know about trolls, because I clearly am not reading everything until I get to your questions. And for everybody who has been gracious and Zhao, could you come back next week? I'm just finishing up and saying goodnight. Oh gosh, waiting for you guys to answer. I'm trying not to look at it because it makes me want to answer it. Have a wonderful night. I will see you guys next week. You can follow me on Instagram at My Spiritual Friend. You can get private readings from me. I charge $175 for an hour, $100 for 30 minutes. And if you go to my website, www.myspiritualfriend.com, there's my contact information on there. You can email or text, but emails right now seems to be a little better. I did something different on my phone and the texts are coming through weird. I do all my readings over Zoom, so it'd be like this format, only you'll be talking on the other end too. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a fantastic week. Please send good energy and vibes and focus our energy on gun safety and control, whatever that means. To you, something's got to be better than what it is right now. Have a wonderful night. Many, many blessings. Thank you for checking me out.